Okay, and now I believe I can safely say we have returned. Welcome back to the stream, everybody. For whatever reason, my mic stopped working just as I was about to turn it back on again, so I just had to reboot everything. But here we are, we're back. That right there was Motormaster off of the Transformers Devastation soundtrack, which I've been on the record several times about how much I love the soundtrack for that game. And I still say Blitzwing's theme is probably my favorite off of that soundtrack, but the thing is, everybody has a great song. Everybody and everything. There's an awesome song that's simply titled Cargo Lift, because it's just a song that plays when you're doing a section in a cargo lift, and it's just more epic than most other game soundtracks. Who knows? Anyway, Transformers Devastation. Great game. Love it. Also falls victim to a thing I've complained about in the past, wherein when licensing runs out, things just cease to exist. Because you can't get any new copies of Transformers Devastation anymore, as far as I know, because due to licensing problems, they can't make any more copies of it and they can't sell it digitally. So, but at least it had a physical run, so, you know, there's still copies of it out in the wild. Anyway, that's my little rant about that. Yeah, welcome back. We are going to try something a little different. This is something I actually talked about last week when I was streaming. During the previous spring sale on Steam, I finally, after looking at it for quite some time, got the Steam version of Dwarf Fortress. Now, if you're not familiar with Dwarf Fortress, you're probably familiar with several games that spawned off of it. One of the biggest ones I can think of is RimWorld, which is basically Dwarf Fortress except with a sci-fi bent. And there's so many games that take cues from Dwarf Fortress. I believe Oxygen Not Included is another one that has a lot of things like it. Basically, it's a incredibly granular, very brutal survival sort of like colony management sim. And the whole thing is the theme of the game is essentially losing is fun, because there is no way to win. If you're lucky, you'll be able to keep a colony of dwarfs going for maybe a couple of centuries, and then everything is going to collapse somehow. All it takes is one little thing for everything to go to shit. Now, I haven't played, well, that's a lie. I've played Dwarf Fortress. I played Dwarf Fortress for the first time maybe 15 years ago? I don't know if it's quite that long, but it's close. Anyway, the game's been around for 20-ish years. Because it's just been these two brothers who have been working on it for the majority of this time. Like, it's basically their life's work, from what I understand. But, it was I found it very difficult to get into the game, and I am, of course, you know, basically a poser, or whatever terminology you want to use for someone who isn't cool enough for a thing. Because I could never, despite the fact that I do love the ASCII-style graphics, because it just used all, like, text and keystrokes and stuff, and that was how they did the appearance of the game, I could never tell what I was looking at while playing it. That was part of the reason why I kind of bounced off of it. But they've actually put graphics in the game with Steam release, and it seems to be a little bit more user-friendly. I say a little because it's still just as inscrutable, it's just they kind of give you, like, some in so you can kind of tell what you're doing, more or less. That being said, when I attempt to play this now, we'll see how long it takes for everybody to starve to death or be killed by, I don't know, a pack of elephants or something. I'm not joking, that's something that can happen. Everyone can get killed by a pack of elephants. So I don't know how much time I'm going to spend with this, but I'm very interested to see how I can do, what I can do with it, I should say. So without further ado, let's see if I can get this going. I've barely tested it. Okay, there we go. It's a-going. Anyway, I don't think the audio is going to be too big of a problem, so I'm just going to set it to around there, I guess. And then it makes weird barking noises. I'm not going to, but there are so many little teensy little things I can fix here in this. I don't think I'm going to bother going through all of this right now. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it as is, aside from that, what I did with the audio, and we'll see what happens. Welcome to Dwarf Fortress. Prepare to guide your stout charges to fortune in a world fraught with many perils. You'll begin by creating your world and watching the region's history unfold. Once this process is complete, you can prepare a group and send them out to seek wealth deep in the mountains. As you dig deeper and more citizens take up residence in your outposts, your doings will attract attention, both wanted and unwanted. Deal with challenges as they arise, and you might one day find that your humble settlement has grown to become a mountain home, the center of your civilization. Okay. Alright, let's just go with medium. We'll go 100 years for history. Let's keep it very, very simple. Natural savagery. Mineral occurrence. Yeah, let's leave it at this, because I think this is probably the way they intend you to begin. And now we wait for it to populate the world and its history. Za-Uru, the dimension of forever. Behold, here is the history. Okay, what's some of the last few things that happen? The modest gates of the mighty tools. Look at the mighty tools. Founded, cradle whipped. That's pleasant sounding. The human Ikka power number constructed confused temps for the Teal Fellowship. In the early autumn of 91, the Rock Days Beard Pack, the Courageous Blossom, routed the coalition of Silk of the Union of Shell and destroyed Oakshade. In 93, the Councils of Oblivion of the Kingdom of Water founded Drilled Scald. In the late summer of 95, the Forgotten Beasts Stungun Cackle muddled the Dank. Oh, but Mo, the Dank! The Dank! Routed the Safe Rocks of the Wild Relic and destroyed Paddle Visions. In 97, the Clear Furnaces of the Selves of Splashing founded Workmint. In the late spring of 99, the Conflicts of Blockading constructed Run Cleared. Now, I feel like maybe I should have explored the map a bit more before I hit play now. Passing a few weeks to get things ready. Click the map and zoom in to choose your embark location. To recenter, press WASD or hold plus drag the middle mouse button. Find embark location, reclaim, unretire. Would you like a fortress to be located in a forested, mineral-rich region of this world where you can play through a short tutorial? Non-interactive help will be available whenever you decide. I may as well start the tutorial because God help me. Oh, this place is pretty. Let me get some bitchin' guitar. Alright. Dwarven outpost. You have arrived. After a journey from the mountain homes into the forbidding wilderness beyond, your harsh trek has finally ended. Your party of 7 is to make an outpost for the glory of all of Edom Thunin. There are almost no supplies left, but with stout labor comes sustenance. Whether by bolt, plow, or hook, provide for your dwarves. You are expecting a supply caravan just before winter entombs you, but it is spring now, enough time to delve secure lodgings, ere the cougars get hungry. I ask the one true enemy of the dwarf kind, cougars. A new chapter of Dwarven history begins here at this place. Anilabash, Gloriax, strike the earth. I like that name. That's a good one. Your view is focused on one elevation at a time. To move the camera around, press WASD or hold the middle mouse button to drag the view. To change the camera's elevation, press E and C or roll the mouse wheel. Hold shift to move faster. Ah. When your view is in the air above other tiles, you can see them below, but you can only interact with objects in your current elevation. The view will be dark underground until you begin mining. You can move the camera to the surface with the surface button highlighted. The F1 hotkey will recenter on your wagon. Okay. You can zoom in and out of the play area using the left bracket, right bracket, control plus mouse wheel, or the indicated buttons. Okay, very good. It's time to get to work. Let's start by digging a stairwell into the ground. There may be plenty of hillside to dig into, but you want to seek wealth below the surface. Mining tasks are designated on the play area. Begin by clicking the highlighted mining button. Wrong way. Okay, that appears to be a river, I think? Again, let's not fiddle around too much. Time to get to work. Let's start by digging a stairwell into the ground. There may be plenty of hillside to dig into, but you want to seek wealth EAA. There are several ways to mine. Stairwells selected start at one elevation and are completed at the next level. Click the surface, move the camera down one level, and click the underground. Reversing the order also works. Okay. So I feel like building a stairwell directly under, like right next to what appear to be water tiles seems like an awful idea. So maybe we'll come down here. I have a cat! I got a little excited there. I'm sorry. Alright, so let's put a stairwell here, I guess. Okay. Okay, yeah, there's some water underground there too, which is probably not a bad thing, but let's do that. Alright. Now we'll unpause the game and let the miner finish the task. Press space to unpause or use the highlighted controls at the top of the screen. You should pause regularly starting out. Awesome. Let's make a safe place to work. Select regular mining mode to the left of the stair mining mode. Dig a rectangle underground big enough for a large stockpile and some workshops. Consider that most workshops are 3x3 squares. Mining through the stone layers further down may take longer, but it leaves boulders, which are essential building material. Later you can consider making a meeting area from the zones menu, otherwise your citizens will continue to gather by the wagon outside. do this. Make it real close to the water, but not too close. Bam, there we go. Let us continue. And now we dig! Strike the earth! The cat's helping. Can I want to see what the deal with the cat is. Can I select? Okay, I probably can't do this until we go through the rest of the thing. I have struck Magnetite. I have struck Magnemite. Oh man, that's an awesome Pokemon. Maybe. And the thing I'm wondering is if that's level with this area, or if, you know. I'll let them continue digging. The supplies on the wagon are in danger of being carried off by wild creatures. It's time to build a stockpile underground to unload them. Stockpiles are crucial to moving supplies around your fortress where they are needed. Stockpiles are placed with the stockpile button. Click it now! Click the add button and click two corners of a rectangle somewhere in a safe. It is safe to place your pile. Stockpiles can be placed both on the surface and underground. Once the pile is placed, click to accept and select the all option. Let's build it here. Stockpile for all! If unpaused, your workers should start unloading the wagon into the stockpile. Later, you may want to customize your stockpile by clicking on them and pressing the custom button to forbid certain categories, like refuse, for example. A separate refuse stockpile is a good idea to keep your fortress clean. Can't be storing your shit next to your booze, I mean... If the stockpile menu is still open, you can close it now by right-clicking. Right-clicking can always be used to close most menus, as well as escape. Damn. Okay. With shelter ready underground, it's time to build. First, you need building materials like wood or boulders. Before you start chopping down trees, you may want to create a dedicated wood stockpile. Haulers will also drop wood in your all stockpile unless you turn it off in the custom stockpile menu. When you're ready, open the woodcutting menu and designate the trunk of a tree on the surface. Make sure your woodcutter can walk to the designated location. Let's make a specific wood stockpile before I do that, though. Wood. Okay. Now let's find some trees. Looks like we got a couple of kicking around up here. We just need to wait for the woodcutter to chop down the tree. If the fallen logs are accessible, everyone will help store them in the stockpile. You can right-click to close the woodcutting mode. Right-clicking closes most menus. If all your stockpiles are full, go ahead and place another one. Chop that wood. Chop that wood. Hot damn. Now you have the building materials, it's time to start building. Workshops are one of the many buildings you can place with the highlighted build button. Click it now. There's a random fish. Most workshops require building materials such as wood or boulders. If you have some wood stockpiled, you'll be able to place a carpenter's workshop. Click Workshops Carpenter and place a shop in an empty area on the surface or underground. Let's build it down here, I guess. Right next to the wood stockpile. That makes sense, yeah? Okay. When unpaused, the worker should now build the workshop. Once the worker is done, click on the building to select it. Industrious citizens will perform any task added to the workshop. Most objects that are placed, like doors and furniture, must first be built in the workshop. Furniture created at the carpenter's workshop usually takes 1 wood to build. Add a task to make a bed. Chop down more trees if necessary. Unpause and wait for the bed to be completed. Make bed. I can foresee this game being very dangerous. I can see me spending a lot of time with this. As confusing as I find it. If you have a bed, you can place it in the fortress. Use the build menu to place it in a room underground, just like the workshop. Dig a new room first if you like. Beds are found in the furniture category. Unlike workshops, beds must be placed underground. Yeah, we should actually make another room for this. So let's make a double wide hallway, maybe in this direction. Let's chop down some more trees too. That's probably not a bad idea. So how many people do we have? We have 7. Yeah, let's do that, and we'll curve out a room up here, maybe. There. Let's go right up to that water there. That. There. And that should hopefully be enough to have a decent sized bedroom. But we'll see. I feel like a couple of days have already passed. I'm assuming everyone's just been sleeping on the ground. These dwarfs are an industrious source. I just have to be careful not to dig through this wall because I might flood the bedroom. Ta-da! With a bed placed, your workers will have somewhere to sleep. Later, you can create a room with a door and use the Zones menu to assign an official bedroom for each resident. The rest of the interface is now enabled. You can click on creatures and items just as you can click on buildings to get more information about them. Click on a resident and see their needs, inventory, thoughts, relations, and more. You can also access information from the Citizens button. What is this? Oh, it's a stray puppy. It's 1 year old. It's agile. It's healthy. It has no official position. He is grouchy when caught in the rain. He was grouchy when caught in a snowstorm. Well, his name is now Mr. Grouch. I can actually name them too. That's amazing. I'm happy about this. A medium-sized, highly social mammalian carnivore. It has a keen sense of smell. It can be trained to obey commands. He is extremely agile. His hair is pumpkin. His ears are ash gray. His tail is white. His head is chocolate. This is one interestingly colored animal. His front paws are cinnamon. His rear paws are saffron. His skin is burnt umber. His eyes are auburn. I love you, Mr. Grouch. I'm going to be so sad when you're inevitably killed by something. He has a great kinesthetic sense, very good focus, and good intuition, but he has an iffy sense for music and a large deficit of willpower. He's a puppy! He's like a month old! He is intellectually stubborn, rarely changing his mind during a debate regardless of the merits. He's a puppy! How many debates has he gotten into? He's been arguing with every single dwarf from the moment he was born. Is that dog turning into a turkey? What's going on there? This one, right here. What's up with that? He tends to avoid crowds. He tends to consider what others think of him. He is curious and eager to learn. He does not have a great aesthetic sensitivity, and he is conflicted by this as he values artwork in his creation. He tends to be a little tight with resources when working on projects. He tries to do things correctly each time. He often feels lustful. It's a stray puppy. Okay, he's a year old, but still, that seems awfully complex for Mr. Grouch. Okay, I think there's a dog on top of that. That must be the problem there. Let's have a look at one of the actual dwarfs. Ogum Cascaladith, Stonecrafter. Ogum Shootamuse. He has a lover. He's not ambitious, he disdains perseverance, is prone to discord, resists sickness, he's not creative, and he has poor spatial sense. I was out in the rain, it's annoying. He is annoyed when caught in the rain. He felt tenderness talking with a lover. He felt fondness talking with a friend. He felt euphoric due to inebriation. He felt love remembering a new romance. He was annoyed after having a drink without using a goblet, cup, or mug. He was annoyed when caught in a snowstorm. He felt satisfied after getting into an argument. He felt love as he was caught up in a new romance. A short, sturdy creature fond of drink and industry. He is almost never sick and strong, but he is slow to heal. He is tall, muscular, and fat. His extremely long beard is neatly combed. His very long sideburns are braided. His medium-length mustache is neatly combed. His hair is clean-shaven. What? He has very low cheekbones. He has a low voice. His brass eyes have large irises. His nose is broad. His teeth are gapped. His hair is dark chestnut. His dark brown skin is slightly wrinkled. His lips are slightly thick. That is his lover. His deity is Nicol Osterrerum. He has a lot of willpower, very good intuition, and a good feel for social relationships, but he has an iffy sense for music, poor analytical abilities, quite poor focus, poor spatial senses, and poor creativity. He has no ambition whatsoever. He revels in chaos and discord, and he encourages it whenever possible. He dislikes obligations and will try to avoid being bound by them, though he is conflicted by this for more than one reason. He is quick to form negative views about things. He generally finds himself quite hopeful about the future. He doesn't try to get things done perfectly. He is generally quite confident in his abilities when undertaking specific ventures. He tends not to reveal personal information. He tends to be a little wasteful when working on projects. He prefers to present himself modestly. He rarely feels discouraged. He has a tendency to go it alone, without considering the advice of others. He finds helping others emotionally rewarding. He needs alcohol to get through the working day. He likes working outdoors and grumbles only mildly at inclement weather. Let's have a look at one of the cats and then let's carry on. Small mammalian carnivore is usually domestic and hunts vermin. She is very weak. She is weak. Her hair is dark chestnut. Her ears are gray. Her tail is sepia. Her head is a dark chestnut. Her front paws are gray. Her rear paws are sandy taupe. Her skin is pale brown. Her eyes are olive. She has a deep well of patience, a great kinesthetic sense, a great sense of empathy, a lot of willpower, very good focus, good intuition, a way with words, and a good yes, this cat has a good way with words. But she has a poor ability to manage or understand social relationships and poor creativity. She lives an orderly life, organized and neat. She tends to be a little tight with resources when working on projects. She's a friendly individual. She has a calm demeanor. She doesn't handle stress well. She occasionally overindulges. She does not mind being outdoors, at least for a time. Okay then. Important and sometimes urgent information is given as alerts on the left side of the screen. There have been several already. Hover over an alert icon to see the information. Left-click on an alert for recentering options, and right-click to dismiss an alert. Okay. You may need supplies before the coming of winter. To trade with the autumn caravan, you must build a trade depot from the build menu. You need something of value to trade. Crafts are the easy way to make a lot of trade goods quickly. Make the appropriate workshop with workshop crafts. An obvious material to use to make crafts is rock. If you dig down enough layers, you will find a near infinite amount of boulders of various kinds, as well as some rough gems if you are lucky. Gems can be cut at the jeweler's workshop. Encrust them on crafts and other items to add even more value. There's a lot more to learn. As you enter new menus, there will be information and tips. The help button at the top of the screen contains more guides. Click it now, and this tutorial will be concluded. The game is open-ended, and you can do whatever you choose. If you'd like a goal, try to become a barony, then a mountain home. More likely, your dwarves will starve, unless you read the first few guides here. And remember, losing is fun! We will need shelter, drink, and food. Use the arrow at the top of this window to minimize the tutorial when it obscures your view. By now you should have room underground where your residents can hide from the creatures above. To make sure they spend their free time down there, you will need to use Zones menu to create a meeting area. Later, you may try the burrows menu to create a safe place for your civilians to hide when the real trouble comes. Some essential tasks must be assigned from the labor menu. Click here and make sure you have a miner, woodcutter, and fisher dwarf. If you haven't suffered any casualties, you should have these labors assigned already. But if one of these brave workers falls, you'll need to assign somebody else to these duties. There are two ways to make drinks for your resident. The main way is by brewing alcohol. This is done by building a still from the build using Workshop's farming still. Once the still is constructed, click on it and add the task brew drink from plant or fruit. If you have no suitable plants, you may try planting or gathering. The task also requires a barrel from the carpenter's workshop. If you survive until the caravan comes, you may also trade for drinks or plants there. The number of drink rations can be seen at the top of the screen. Absent alcohol and in warmer weather, you can designate a water source from the zones menu at the river or pond, so that your residents have water to drink. You want one of these anyway for other purposes, like cleaning and certain workshop tasks. You may find water underground. Okay. So here's something I'm going to do. Well, that appears to be stagnant water, so maybe I don't want anything to do with it. You know what? Screw it. Let's dig this open. I want to see what happens. Yep. That's exactly what I thought was going to happen. I feel like the whole cave is going to flood now, isn't it? Okay, yeah, that's right there. So that's draining. You know what's screwed? Because I want to fail immediately. Let's just dig open the whole damn thing. Strike the earth. Everyone's going to drown. Although actually it looks like the whole thing is draining. Okay, you know, I'm going to save and return to the title menu. I'm going to start another game. Because I just wanted to go through the brief tutorial thing, and now I'm just going to fly blind in a new spot. Alright, so I'm going to keep the same settings. I'm just not going to bother going through the tutorial this time, obviously. But something tells me I might still need to refer to the help. So I feel like what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to Try to make things easy on myself. I'm going to find a spot probably next to a river, but also next to a mountain. And maybe that'll be a good spot to go just to start things off. What is that? Probably not going to tell me just yet. Alright, so what we got here? The group of joking of the delightful Confederacy founded Bald-Whipped. The moral councils of the watchful realm founded Garish Brother. In the late spring of 82, the Brown Menaces constructed Tick Empires. 85, the group of desks of the delightful Confederacy founded Fortune Control. That sounds, menacing. In 88, the Goblin Negoso Tick Menace became the master of the Wilted Spider. In 91, the Still Council of the Blockaded Realms founded Pedal Seized. In 94, the Fiend of Power of the Wet Poison founded Menace Perch. In 96, the dwarf Zosbegas Menistfish became the master of the Wilted Spider. In 98, the dwarf Stozu Wicked Venom became the master of the Wilted Spider. A lot of fighting over the Wilted Spider. What the hell is that? The Mire of Amusing, the Defensive Continent. The Force of Scaling, the Defensive Continent. Throw myself out on an island if I wish. No, I specifically want to find a spot that's next to a river and also has some caves and a forest, or like a, you know what I mean. This spot right here looks like it might be pretty nice. Or maybe here. I kind of like this. I kind of like this area here, maybe. But maybe I want a spot that's warm and not hot. I kind of like this area. Let's go in this area. We have an area that's not hot, though. If my dwarves are anything like me. They're not going to like things too hot. Although honestly, I feel like I should probably look for a place I can, You know what, screw it, let's just go here. Let's just go here and see what happens. Yeah, right here. guess I could select that, though? I don't know, let's see. I'm not sure how that works. Although I think that's just showing me the area, and I can select afterwards. Fortress. If this is your first time playing, please heed the embark warnings about aquifers, salt water, and other hazards. Some locations are challenging even for experienced players, and it will be a very short game indeed if you don't know how to deal with them. After you embark, help is available by pressing the help button at the top right corner, including all the tutorials. Okay, I think I should actually be a bit more proactive, or at the very least more, picky about where I go. The heroic dunes. Although I think I might just still pick this place, you know? Doesn't seem awful. At least I don't think it seems awful. I like the idea of having a lot of wood to build furniture, even if the elves are probably going to hate me. That's the thing, the elves always hate you when you do that. Hello, Rolls. Welcome back to the stream. Hopefully you're having a lovely day. Oh, I can go in even further. Jesus, I didn't realize. Too bad. Currently trying to get a bunch of dwarfs to not die. That'd be nice. Just finding the perfect place for us to set up shop, and then inevitably probably die almost immediately. Want something that's nice and rocky. So you know what? This spot doesn't look too bad, I think. It's warm. It's got a bunch of trees. Iron, gold, silver, copper, zinc, platinum, lead, fluxstone layer. We're close to elves, though. Lousy elves. I think I'm better off dealing with the humans. set up shop right here, I think. Yeah, I mean, I could be here forever trying to pick a place, so... Oh, yeah, I kind of rigged something up there. All right, back down here. Where was I? There? No, I was up here. All right. Something tells me I'm going to dig into this river and drown, but hey, let's see. You're going to set up next to the sinful meditations. You have selected an area with a light aquifer. Water might need to be pumped out or carried away. You have selected a savage area. Wildlife might be very dangerous here. You know what? Don't care. Let's do it. Oh, I should have gone with the default rather than go into this. Oh god damn it. After doing all that, I selected this, and now I can't just automatically have myself, so I need to go back, because I am not confident enough in this game yet to be this meticulous about how we go about this. So unfortunately, I think I might need to do this all over again. Although, let's start a new game in that one. Why not? I don't know if that... I think that might be the world I started the tutorial in? I love how I've been playing this for an hour and I haven't really done anything with it yet. It is that kind of game, isn't it? Oh no, this is the same area. Perfect. Alright, so let's go back to the area I wanted to go to, which was here. And it was this spot up here. And let's see how long it takes for me to drown. So let's just go immediately. You have arrived. After a journey from the mountain homes into the forbidding wilderness beyond, your harsh trek has finally ended. Your party of 7 is to make an outpost for the glory of all of Inostable. There are almost no supplies left, but with stout labor comes sustenance, whether by bolt, plow, or hook. Provide for your dwarves. You are expecting a supply caravan just before winter entombs you, but it is spring now. Enough time to delve secure lodgings ere the dingo men. The dingo men! The dingo men are gonna eat our babies! Get hungry. A new chapter of dwarven history begins here, at this place, Dormorul, diamond-paged. Wait. Have we named this place in honor of wrestler Diamond Dallas Page? Your dwarf, DDP. Strike the earth. Okay. Kitten. She is grouchy when caught in the rain. Okay, let's okay, so we got some cliffs over here. We got a river there. Alright, so I think this time around I'm going to want to actually dig into the cliff and then dig down. I believe that's how we're going to do this. Lots of trees, that's good. Alright, so I think how we're gonna do this is I might set up a spot right there. Yeah, we got ourselves a decent mountain here, so we should be able to dig into that, I think. I just gotta be careful not to, you know, dig into any water so we all drown. Right here. Who's this dwarf? I finished up some work. That was satisfying. She is a pessimist. She is not driven and rarely feels the need to pursue even a modest success. She feels best when everyone gets along without any strife or contention. She tries to keep her things orderly. She tries to be swayed. She tends to be swayed by the emotions of others. She is not inherently proud of her talents and accomplishments. She has an active imagination. She often feels lustful. She tends to think before acting. She doesn't handle stress well. She lives a fast-paced life. She sticks out her tongue when she's thinking hard. When she is nervous, she never allows pauses to occur in conversation. She needs alcohol to get through the working day. Okay, so I think what we need to do is, this will be like our entrance hall. So let's widen it out a little here, like so. I think I'm going to build a separate room, and that's where we're going to put our stockpiles. For a minute I thought that said dense grandma, and I got confused. Why would you call someone's grandma stupid? That's just unsettling. Okay. So we kind of got like a little entrance area right there. I think the next thing to do would be to... I don't know what these weird noises are, and I don't like them. This area down here will be our storage. Because I like trying to keep things symmetrical, we're going to widen this out so we have the exact same amount of thing. Alright. Now let's dig out a chamber here, and this will act as just generalized storage. Bam. So this will be a generalized storage room. I'm going to dig another room up here of roughly the same dimensions, and that's where I'm going to build probably the carpenter's shop and thing. Carpenter shop and thing. Wood storage, that's it. So I can be proactive, I may as well cut down some trees while I'm at it. I have struck Tiger Eye. The weather has cleared. So let's build some generalized storage down here to get our stuff in from the outside. Damn it, I did it again. This is a fisher dwarf. Quick to love, disdains romance. Everything's alright. She has a way with words, but she has bad intuition, poor analytical abilities, little natural inclination toward music, and little patience. She very easily falls into love and develops positive feelings, and she is troubled by this because she holds romance in low regard. I hate love so much, but I love so much. She is quick to anger. She thinks she is fairly important in the grand scheme of things. She likes a little excitement now and then. She generally acts impartially and is rarely moved to mercy. She has a tendency to go it alone without considering the advice of others. She tends to think before acting. She likes to keep things practical without delving too deeply into the abstract. She prefers to present herself modestly. She doesn't focus on material goods. She whispers when she's nervous. She needs alcohol to get through the working day. See, I don't know if they automatically pick up the stuff that's around. I feel like they must, but I could be wrong. Okay, I can actually change the floors, which is nice. This might be a silly thing to do, but I think I'm actually going to get me some floor right now. Gotta make the place look presentable, after all. Let's not bother with that yet. Let's see. Definitely gonna need a carpenter workshop. So let's do that, and let's set up the entire right-hand side here as wood storage. Is that a turtle? Oh, it's a raw pond turtle. Okay. Alright, let's make some beds. Make a few. Because I think the next thing to do is maybe make a bed chamber. And I should probably put it underground. Zones are areas you designate where your citizens will work, socialize, rest, or perform specific duties. There are several kinds of zones, which you can see in the panel on the left. Zones are placed much like stockpiles. Unlike stockpiles, multiple zones can overlap. Certain zones, like bedrooms, can be placed several at a time. Just make sure you have the correct furniture placed in the rooms with doors or vertical entries separating each room before you begin. Okay. Doors. Can I build like a really big gate, I wonder? Boroughs are work and living areas where citizens can be assigned. Workers will try to limit their tasks to the confines of the borough, but they will sometimes form paths which pass to other areas. Boroughs can be suspended and unsuspended freely. When a borough is suspended, assigned citizens will ignore it. It can be useful to assign all of your civilians to a safe emergency borough, which you activate in case of intruders. It's probably not a bad idea, but let's keep very simple for now. So let's dig out that area right there, and then we'll have a set of stairs going down. Oh, she's asleep. I really need to build that bed chamber. Probably gather up some plants too. Also a food storage, it seems, because I feel like she's been fishing up so many turtles that they're all dying. Okay. So let's go that way, and as many this way. I'll kind of make like a cross shape here. And I think I need to make this much larger in terms of storage. Get rid of storage, because I'd like to... Oh, there we go. Maybe not. Oh, there we go. I don't think that worked. I'm confused. There we go. Okay. Now. This entire room will be a stockpile. For all things. Let's make a couple of new beds. Alright, so let's set up a very basic sleeping quarters down here. I think to do that we'll, here. We'll put it here. So we'll dig all this out and we'll put what beds I have in there. That way everyone can actually have a decent spot to sleep. I think I might try to set up a kitchen area over here so we can actually, you know, make some of the food we've been gathering. Now, what is that gypsum doing in there? I thought I specifically had this stockpile set aside for wood. What are they? Anyway, let's make some beds. Or lay some beds. Kaboom! So how many? 5, and we've got 7 people. I need 2 more beds. At the very least, I'll have somewhere decent to sleep. This place is going to be an ugly hodgepodge for a while, but... You know what? I want to dig out this wall, though, so I can line them all up against that, Okay, yeah, definitely going to want to, definitely going to want to build a kitchen, I think. Somebody's real happy. That's nice. You struck picture, Jasper. An animal has grown to become a stray sow. Good for it. I feel like something awful is going to happen soon. I just know it. Yeah, I don't even know how big I should really be making these rooms. I'm just doing this all willy-nilly without thinking about it. It started raining. It is now summer. I should really think about farming. People seem to be relatively happy though, so that's nice. So who do I have? So we've got a mason, a fisher dwarf, planter. We have the expedition leader, a woodworker, and a miner. Okay, so we don't really have anybody we can use as a cook. We do have a planter though, so let's see what I can do about that. Plant crops at the farm plot. You will need seeds or spawn and must select crops by season. Crops can be fertilized with potash. Soils richer and deeper underground. Okay, I need to build a fishery. Maybe I should build a fishery outside? I don't know. I guess we'll see. Screw it, let's try it. Okay, I think it's being used. I hope it's being used. It appears it is, yes. Alright, good. Let's try setting up a farm plot just outside too. Just to get me started, I might want to build something better down below after a while, but, you know, let's face it, we're all probably going to die before that. We'll see if anything actually grows there. The answer is probably no, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, we should definitely build a still, I think. Alcohol is important. What was that noise? Yeah, let's build a still and perhaps specifically a stockpile for booze. Well, I guess food in general. I feel like I'm not going to be able to grow anything in this. Okay, is there anything in the help about growing food? Planting, there we go. There's some food on the embark wagon you can trade for food, but you can also grow your own. The wagon comes with seeds, but as you might expect, these crops must be grown underground. Okay, using mining orders, you need to carve out a rectangular area underground for your farm plot. The underground rectangle must be near the surface where there is soil, loam, clay, or sand. One level down should suffice before you hit rock. The highest mountain elevations do not have soil. Okay, so I need to find soil underground. Hello, people in chat. I only just noticed. As you understood, some important plants grow inside the cave, so it's better to farm inside. A dwarf farm offers more variety? Okay, alright. Well, I'm going to leave that farm plot outside just in case I can actually use it for anything. I can only brew plump helmet from underground plants? Okay. I have not played a lot of this game. This is the most I've played in quite some time, but I do remember plump helmet being basically the default alcoholic drink that everybody has. Also, welcome to the stream, Xchecks and Slovedeta. Thank you for dropping by, and thank you for the advice. Subterranean soil floor is exposed. You can place an underground farm plot. This isn't rich soil, but will suffice for now. Dig deeper to find better soil. You need to select crops to be grown each season. Click on the farm plot you placed to pull up the farming menu. Plump helmets are edible, and the default wagon comes with plump helmet spawn, which are their seeds. Note that you can obtain above-ground seeds from trade or by eating gathered plants, but above-ground farming exposes your planters to dangers and the elements. Oh, that farm plot is useless. Okay, move it a little bit to the west where you see shrubs. Okay. Alright, so that farm plot is pointless. Your planters, those that can access both the farm plot and the spawn, will plant in the field. After a period of growth, they'll be harvested. You'll If you'd like to focus a few of your citizens on farming, which gives skill benefits, you can assign them to the planter's work detail from the labor menu. Okay. Northwest or east, near the river, basically. Okay, gotcha. So basically around here somewhere, near the brook. Now the question is, how do I get rid of this area now? Oh, this way, I guess. Remove this building. Basically, I want to gather those shrubs, brew them, and use the seeds for farming. Okay, gotcha. So all this stuff over here, basically. Let's get all these things. I guess I should probably make a kitchen of some sort as well. The plump helmet only grows underground. Makes sense. What is that? It's 3 reindeer. So basically you're telling me if I want to grow stuff above ground, I need to grow it over here somewhere. Like this is where I should set up a farm. Above ground, at least. I should probably set up a kitchen, too, like I was originally planning, though I did want to build the still, I guess. Like, it probably won't hurt to have all these rooms interconnected here. So let's do that. Set up a small one 1x3 and have 3 of them for variety. Aye aye, friend. See you now. Well, actually first let's clear out this entire area of plant life, and then I'll set up in here somewhere. Right next to the river, I guess. Or brook, such as it is. Oh, my population is 15 now? What just happened? Oh, some migrants have arrived. An animal has grown to become a stray reindeer cow. Okay, we just had a bunch of new people show up, so let's have a look to see if we have, like, I don't know, anybody overly useful. We have a miner, a woodworker, a mason, 2 blacksmiths. Why do we have so many weaponsmiths? Granted, I suppose making weaponry is not bad. I should probably set up a spot to set up, arms and armor. First things first, let's actually set up a few small farm plots. Nope, that's furniture. Let's go there, some here, and, I don't know, here, I guess. Let's do some alfalfa, I guess. Alfalfa fell. Barley. You can make booze out of barley. And blackberry? Yeah, blackberry. Why not? First, I'm going to need to actually get brew the plants I gathered in my still. There we go. Oh, yes, 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 okay. Plants. You can see every item in the fortress. Click on the category headings to collapse and expand them. If you don't have a bookkeeper or they don't have an office to work in, numbers may be approximate. So thanks for the follow there, Slovidata. Really appreciate it. So I do have some of this in my inventory, I guess. Okay, so the question is, how do I take this stuff and brew it? Because at the moment it's telling me that I can't really do anything here. Oh, I probably need an extra barrel. That makes sense. Let's make a couple of barrels then, just in case. The important thing is nobody has died yet. I seem to be doing relatively well in terms of food. Really need to figure out this brewing business, though. Aha, there we go. Brew drink from plant. I presume this is going to work. There we go. Although it appears they're making it mostly from plump helmets. Fire more barrels. What's this guy's beef? Creator of no job. I feel so good. Yet his happiness is going down. Okay, let's make a few more wooden barrels. I should probably make a workshop for them too. I do not have a manager. I don't know how to do that. Okay, there we go. You can view your nobles as well as assign your administrators, military leaders, and other officials. Militia commanders are assigned here. Once the first leader is assigned, subsequent captain positions will appear. These can also be assigned from the squad menu. Certain important functions in your fortress can only be performed by assigned administrators, such as the manager and the bookkeeper. Once they are assigned, you can create work orders, run a hospital, and count and appraise your hoard. Nobles and certain administrators require rooms, and some may also make demands. Okay. Let's assign this person. I don't know what their deal is, but... Okay, so I don't need to bother with rooms. Good to know. Work orders are used to automate tasks in workshops. These work orders are set to complete a certain number of tasks and can be given start conditions. For instance, you can create an order to make wooden bins if you are out of empty ones, brew drinks if you are running low, or to make 5 statues every month. You can limit work orders to a number of workshops. You can also create work orders from specific workshops. From their building sheet. The system is reasonably powerful, and you can eventually automate almost all of your production if you wish. Of course, I just need to get barrels, basically. Alright, let's gather up some more plants too so I can get more of a growth variety going on. Presumably. Get all them plants. Just pick and leave it alone like that. It's basically a one-time order, default 10 each. Okay. Okay, so this is where I go to set the conditions then. Okay, so I guess make it so that if the drinks end up getting less than 10, then I'll start brewing more. So just make it monthly or annually or something. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, let's just make it checked monthly for now then. Makes sense. Or drink daily is fine, but reduce the amount to 1. So the amount of drinks available is less than 1, you mean? I guess? if I'm hearing that correct. Okay. Oh, remove the condition set to brew 1 drink daily. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Okay, let's just... Okay, I think I messed that part up. There we are. Okay, let's just get rid of these, I guess. There, no active work orders. Let's try that again. Okay, I'm just being very confused about this. Oh, don't add condition. Right click after setting the loop. Yes, yes, I understand. Okay. Okay, so let's get rid of this again. I'll have it eventually. Okay, so we're going down to the still. Brew drink from plants. We're setting up a loop, so it's going to do restart if completed, check once daily. And I guess we'll do that. Okay. I'll just leave it at that for now. I'll just make some barrels manually. Keeping a bunch of silly dwarfs alive is a difficult choice. Difficult thing to do, I should say. Well, maybe I should do a work order to just keep making barrels. Plus minus icon is set the amount, the left one is set the workshop. Okay. Gotcha. Not on the not on this screen, the main screen. Okay, so on this screen. Gotcha. I only have one workshop currently, so it's only going to use that one anyway. Let's just leave it there for now. Oh yeah, it occurred to me I should make more beds because we had a pile more people come in, didn't we? Beds might work. I need like 8 more beds. Damn it. Okay, so I do have some seeds for certain things, but not for others. So I've got spelt, rope, radish, potato. Yeah, so let's make some rope. I guess maybe some spelt too. And potatoes. There. Alright, now for the love of God, let's give more people beds. People are getting angry. A tired dwarf is an angry dwarf, and an angry dwarf is not a productive dwarf. I do have a lot of drink now. That's nice. I should probably set up a little spot for the livestock too. I'm assuming that would be better off outside? I don't know. I'll create a meeting zone inside. They're angry because it rains outside. Okay, let's just have them meet here in the main foyer kind of thing. There. Oh good, that's where all the livestock is going to. Will the livestock get angry if they're out in the rain, though? That's... I don't know. Some of them seem like they get pretty pissed off if they're too wet. Wait, flying squirrel remains? Did it just fly into the cliff, or did one of the animals kill it? Alright, yeah, let's set up a spot for that then. Oh, that's part of a zone, isn't it? There we go. Yeah, let's set up a pasture here, I guess. Sure. There's a bit of stone in there, but we got some grass. Mostly grass. I don't think I actually made the pasture, did I? Or did I? No, I did. It's there. Oh, okay. I need to actually assign them to it. Forgive me for being slightly stunned. Where is the bunny icon? Oh, click the zone. Gotcha. Oh, there we go. Okay. Select animals to be placed in here. Assign new or existing location to the zone. Alright, so I'm presuming I just want the livestock in there and just leave the dogs and the cats to do whatever they want? Presumably. Donkey, the sow, the random reindeer that decided to come on in here. Turkey, the yak, the other yak, chick. Yeah, I guess that's that for them. Okay. Alright, they're going outside. Perfect. Hot damn. Now I have, what, 14 beds? I need to put down one more. Eventually I am going to want to make something a bit more, pretty, I'm sure, but let's just put that bed down there for now. I'm assuming the farmers are going to handle this on their own. I would hope they are anyway. Hazelnuts. Probably won't hurt to gather those. Can I gather those? I'm assuming I can, but I'm not sure. Oh, I gotta use zone to gather from trees, okay. I guess presumably I can gather fallen fruit in this zone. Okay. There they go. Oh, a bunch of things have happened that I've missed. And the game is currently saving all that stuff. What did I miss? Autumn has come. Okay. Anyway, like I said, it probably wouldn't hurt to make a kitchen of some kind. I presume that's not a bad idea. Or they're going to go gather every autumn or summer if I have a stepladder. Good to know. Okay, so I'm doing really good in terms of food in general, also drink. I've got a pile of fish because my fisher dwarf has been going non-stop. Who is that anyway? Oh yeah, her. Attis. Theater sensed. Okay, it appears that they've switched this over to leaving it fallow again. I'm assuming there's a way that I can set it so that they're consistently planting stuff every season. Not that I imagine it's a good idea to plant anything currently. For all the things. Look at them go. Okay, they will take the hazelnuts as well. Perfect. Okay, so I think the plan would be to probably leave the trees close to the fort and go chop down ones elsewhere, maybe across the brook. That might be the best thing to do. Although it is a grim reminder of the winter hardships to come, the supply caravan from the Poos Canyon is a welcome sight. Their eyes are alight with the anticipation of inspecting the splendid products of your industrious crafts dwarves. Unfortunately, I haven't made much. Oh, chop the big ones. That's high wood and they don't produce fruit. Okay. Take careful stock of your own stores. What these merchants offer might very well be the difference between a prosperous future and a slow and meaningless death. Okay. You know what I should have done? I probably should have built a trade depot. Because, well, I don't think I can trade with them now. The outpost liaison, Etor Lukmarul from Bidnozot has arrived. Sounded a little bit like a Klingon there for a minute, but alright. Started raining. Okay, so where have the merchants come from? Where are they? I still can if I build one immediately? Okay, well let's see about that then. Giant mountain goat. There's a lot of persimmons and hazelnuts and shit here. Oh, that's the outpost liaison on the way there. Just scoping around to see if I can see where the hell the caravan is. What is that? Oh, it's a colony of honeybees. Well, I'm assuming it's probably not a bad idea to build one fairly close, so let's put one over here, I guess. Although I don't want to... Right here. Let's put the outpost right there. Trade depot. Bam. There we go. Let's pop one right next to this pretty little spot. Diplomat could not complete a meeting and has left unhappy. Then why? Why could he not complete his meeting? Well, fuck him. I should also probably get some more wood because it appears we've run out of wood. Well, so far things aren't great, but they're not awful. Things could have been worse. What is that? Was that a giant goat? Okay, it's a giant mountain goat. He is terrified while in conflict. Okay. I get the feeling the traders have left. Feel like the liaison needs an office building for his meeting. That's entirely possible. Fellows do love their offices, after all. Merchants have arrived and are unloading their goods. Okay, how the hell does this work? Oh, assign a broker from the nobles menu. Gotcha. I've got piles of weaponsmiths. Although the expedition leader, let's see, adequate negotiator, adequate persuader, novice liar, adequate conversationalist, novice intimidator. Honestly, the expedition leader might be a good person for that. You can do double duty, right? Okay, so I have no idea how trading works. I am assuming this is the list of stuff that they're offering to sell me. Oh, I have to move the goods, yes. I have a pile of shells, can't I? Can't I just give them my shells? Yeah, I don't really have a hell of a lot. I've got buckets. Bunch of logs. Got some rough gems. Splints. Random stones. Oh, I can make shell cracks. That's interesting. Well, I've got some barrels with booze in it. I could always sell them that. Lord knows I have a lot of it. The seed barrel apparently has a pile of stuff in it that's worth a fair bit of money, but then I don't have any seeds. So I think that's going to be an issue. I need those to live! Yeah, I don't really know. Don't really know. I do have a lot of alcohol, so I could probably stand to trade some of it. Alright, so yeah, let's bring that out, and we also have something called sewer brew, which sounds delicious. It probably isn't. Yeah, let's bring out some of our booze and leave it at that. Now the question is... Oh, that's the Fisher Dwarf. There they are. Okay, so I guess we will, trade? Let's give them all of this booze. Which doesn't amount to a hell of a lot. Is there anything in particular that would be best for me to trade for at this stage? Like weapons or certain materials that are going to be difficult for me to get. That being said, I know I don't really have a lot of money currently. Plants or clothes, you say? My efforts are legend in the mountain homes. You sure about that, buddy? I haven't really done a whole hell of a lot. I've caught a lot of fish, which I am hoarding for myself. Because we need it to live. Or art supplies. Yes, I suppose I could also get art supplies. I don't think I'm well established enough yet that I can have a bunch of mad dwarven artists in my area. I can get a toy boat. I don't see much in the way of clothes just yet, though, or well, there's a bunch of leather. I can make my own clothes. I can get some honey badger tripe. I can get more fish. I have enough fish. Ah, there we go. Plump helmets. Mostly they're just selling plump helmets. Strawberries are nice, though. I don't have any of those. Yeah, I really don't have enough cash for much of anything, though, is the problem. Okay, let's get, like... Well, there's some helmets and stuff, but let's get some pants, maybe. Well, let's definitely get the strawberries. Bam. At least one thing of strawberries. Maybe some eggplants, too. Because I don't think I've got any of those here. of the llama wool clothing. Have any other clothing that I can trade that's not overly expensive? Do I see some helmets up here somewhere? There's some mittens. And gauntlets. Let's get that copper cap. So if I'm reading this right, then I have 20 more. Got something here that's worth 20 that I can get? Or 2 10s, I guess. Let's get a couple of pairs of copper low boots, I guess. Alright, there. God have mercy on my soul. Okay, I'm confused. Okay, he's gonna want a profit, that's what it is. So I need to actually give him yeah, okay, I guess I can't equalize it, you know? I like how this has just basically been 2 hours of me being horribly confused. But, you know, it's that kind of game, isn't it? How about now? All I see here is not enough. Well, fine. How about I... There. Okay. Can I get the 2 boots now? There we go. I probably just got screwed over, but hey, whatever. Thanks for nothing, jerk. I have so much booze. Oh, and I have to remove the broker from the depot. Good call. Good call. Excuse me while I, screw around with things here. Well, this has been an interesting endeavor. Again, I'm shocked that we haven't all died yet, but winter technically hasn't happened. What's going on here? Oh, we have a new expedition leader? Okay. Apparently my fisher dwarf has been interrupted by a giant cardinal. That's something. Make some craft stations and start pumping those shell crafts. Okay, what kind of craft station would I need for that? Okay, there we go. I need to stop soon, but before I do, I think that's what I will do that. Let's make another area over here, maybe, and we'll set up a craft shop. I do have quite a few shells, it seems. I'm assuming I don't need to make the rooms this absurdly large, but hey, here we are. I should also dig out an area down here so I can actually start making weapons, since how I have so many armor smiths and weaponsmiths. Maybe over here. I'll also probably send folk out to gather more plants from the area, if I can. There we go. That cat was moonwalking. Sort of. Let's build that up and start making shit out of shells. Lord knows I probably have a lot of it. There's some unpastured herbivores getting hungry. Currently, I have 2 stray cats that are uninterested in having an owner. Is it these pups? They're not actually dogs, which is what I originally thought, but I guess they're not. Okay, it's a type of boar, that makes sense. Now, when it comes to crafting stuff out of shell, should I, like, make a variety of different things? Or should I just have them do a work order where they have to just make as many of, blank of some random thing? You know, make all of this type of shell product. I guess I'll just say shell crafts. Use work order to make shell crafts, so I'll get random and make a colony of artists. I mean, one could say that smithing a pile of weaponry is art. Then the cats will come around. I've already got a pile of cats. I think they've been killing a pile of small creatures outside. There's so much death out there. Alright, let's make a bunch of crafts monthly, probably. Oh god, we got some more migrants. Oh god. I need to make more beds. Why would you show up just before winter? I definitely need more miners, this is true. Let's try to make like 15 of them monthly, maybe. There. Nothing extreme happened. Migrants will show up every season except winter until I reach the population cap. Oh dear. Oh wait, what's going on? A bunch of things just happened. Yeah, so we have a capybara and a stray rooster. That's nice. The Guild of Cobalt, a metalsmith guild, has been established. That's fun. That's funny considering I don't have any smitheries set up. I should probably fix that. Some migrants have arrived. It's just canceling a thing. What? Guild of Cobalt has many members in Diamond Page and now requires a guild hall. The location must be built and furnished, with a hall designated for a metalsmith guild. I mean, sure, that just means I need to build it. I like how everyone's just hanging out in the main area, not really doing a whole hell of a lot. I really need to actually stop and plan and assign people to tasks. However, I think that's going to have to do for tonight. I could just keep doing this. Abandon the fortress to ruin. No, let's not do this. Save and return to the title menu. I may attempt to do another Fortress off stream so I can probably learn the ins and outs of the game more, or hey, maybe next time I stream this I'll just dive right back into this without touching any of it. That'll be more fun, right? But yeah, look at the little copyright down here. Copyright 2002 to 2024. This game has been in progress for over 20 years. That's insane. That's an insane thing to think about. Histories of greed and dynamism. Anyway, if you happen to stop by to watch, I thank you very much for doing so. Especially you, X-Jax, who gave me a lot of really good advice on how to actually get going in this game. Which I'm still probably going to fail miserably, but we'll see what happens. Now, I was planning on doing something else tonight aside from Dwarf Fortress, but I wasn't expecting to start streaming as late as I did, and B, wasn't expecting to play Dwarf Fortress as long as I was. So there's that. But if you happen to stop by to watch, all the same, I would thank you very much for doing so, and hopefully you find folks will join me again next time, which will hopefully I'll be able to be back again tomorrow and finish Ocarina of Time for Retro Sunday. That'll be fun. But until then, as always, I wish you a farewell, and I hope you have a great night. So long for now.